Margie and I have been your missionaries for 33 years now. We work 8,000 miles across the Pacific in the Philippine Islands. We live in the city of Tacloban and work with the 3 million Waray-speaking people on the islands of Leyte and Samar. The last year and a half have been very different from the earlier 32 years because of the many COVID restrictions. This is what our church services looked like before the pandemic. This is what they look like now, and everyone must wear a face mask. But trials can also be a tool that God uses to open people's hearts. I had the opportunity to begin a private Bible study with a French-Canadian man named Pierre, who had married a Philippine lady and moved to Tacloban. Pierre had a pretty messed up life, having spent time in jail in Florida and having been through several marriages. But COVID-19 and the other problems that he had caused him to be open to the gospel. He repented and began trusting Jesus and has been attending my men's life group for over 6 months now. On many occasions, he has shared how his new faith in Jesus has brought him peace amidst these difficult times. So let's keep sharing the gospel of salvation because people need the Lord. And let's not just share it with good people, but also with messed up people because Jesus came to seek and to save sinners. I am the superintendent of Bethel International School, which is a Christian school with classes from kinder through 12th grade. Our school strives to be the best private school in the entire Waray area. As a result, many prominent families of Waray society put their children in our school because they want their children to have the best education possible. Only 1/4 of our students have parents who are believers. Yet all of our students have Bible class each week and learn how to use their Bibles and pray. The government has not allowed students to come into classrooms since March of 2020. They stay at home, but they get up every morning, put on their uniform, and sit at a desk in front of their laptop or tablet. And our teachers teach them each of the standard subjects each day by Zoom. And our students must leave their gadgets on and must participate in the class discussion in order to be counted present that day. We had 21 seniors graduate this past July. They did better on the college entrance exams than our previous students who had studied in classrooms. So class online can work. Please pray that our students will grow spiritually in their Bible classes and that God would help them deal with the issues, the emotional issues of living confined to home. I have also been leading a Bible translation team that's been doing a new translation of the Bible into the Waray language. The first translation into Waray was done 91 years ago and uses a lot of old-fashioned words. 40 years ago, another translation was done, but it was a paraphrase called the Good News. But what Bible study teachers and pastors need is a formal translation that uses the vocabulary of today's young people. Of the 3 million Waray, 50% are under 23 years of age. These young people have grown up watching TV programs in English and the Philippine national language. They use internet, cell phones, as well as social media. As a result of these influences, their vocabulary is quite a bit different from that of their parents and grandparents. Our new translation of the New Testament came off the press 2 weeks before we were to leave the Philippines. So I spent those last 2 weeks driving to different towns and giving free copies of the New Testament to pastors and youth pastors and Bible study leaders and encouraging them to start using it for their quiet time, preaching and teaching. Since the only Christian bookstore in the entire Waray area is in Tacloban City, I also visited business owners in these different towns and gave them copies of our New Testament to sell on consignment. I was able to get 14 businesses in 14 different towns to sell our New Testaments so that church members in these towns and surrounding villages can buy them easily. There are now 4 drugstores that are selling our New Testaments and several grocery stores that have them right near the cash register where you check out. We only printed 2,000 copies of our New Testament because we wanted to do this as a trial run. When I go back to Tacloban in February, I will contact the pastors and youth pastors that I gave free copies to and ask them if they have any suggestions as to how we can do a better translation of certain words or certain passages. Once I've gathered their suggestions, I will reconvene our translation team and we'll evaluate their suggestions compared to the Greek and make the revisions that we feel would make it more accurate and easier to understand. Then by April, we hope to print 10,000 copies of the new revised text. But it will likely still be 3 to 4 years before our team will complete the translation of the Old Testament. Margie and I need your prayers. Some of you may want to come teach at Bethel International School. Thank you so much for your prayers and support.